I fucking knew you were about to put that shit on. I fucking knew it. My God. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the hashtag Why Is This News podcast. I'm just gonna name this episode 1 because I have a co-host this time with this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And that co-host is no other than my homie, my brother, Skiz is in the building with a fucking dick hat on. What was that? You have a button that says nut. Why? Why? Why did you buy that?
I didn't, man. My girlfriend fucking bought it for me for Christmas, and I marked out pretty hard. I thought that shit was hot. I was like, oh, fuck.
So.
I got her flowers and shit. She got me a nut button. She knows me really well.
What the Oh, all right.
Hey, man, stop hating on my vibe.
I ain't hating on your vibe, bro. I just did not know that that's what be going on in the Skiz household. You know what I'm saying? You be buying flowers for your girl, and she be buying you a nut button. Like I ain't know that's how it be going down, man.
It's cool, man. She know me well.
She knows you well. Okay. All right. At least you got a girl. I've been struggling. Out here, bro. I've been struggling out here, man.
Girls overrated, dude.
Hey, man. Low key.
Low key, no high key, bro. High key.
Low key, they are high key too. Yeah, you're right.
But,
anyways, let's start the show, ladies and gentlemen. You guys came here for the podcast and stuff like that. We got about 4 topics we gonna talk about today, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get into it and shit like that, so you guys stick around. Hope you guys enjoy. Also, let us know if you guys want us to put this podcast on Spotify. I've discussed it before in the past when I've done the podcast before, but you guys never really said anything about it, so let me know if you guys want us to put this podcast on Spotify, and I will do that for you guys. I'm not gonna do the SoundCloud thing anymore because I have my own executive produced music on there now. It's a music page now. I'm not doing that SoundCloud thing with that anymore. So you guys let me know if you guys want.
I'll be over there eventually.
I'll
be on that mixtape eventually. Yeah.
Hey, maybe he's on the next one. Who knows? Who knows?
Man. I've been spitting bars though.
Hey, we'll see. We will see. But the first topic that we're gonna talk about today, and this is probably one of the most talked about things the entire weekend, and that is Drake dropping the Scary Hours EP, ladies and gentlemen. It was a total of 3 songs, and I want to hear your thoughts on it because I know you did a full review on it. I did not watch your video at all because I wanted to hear from your perspective because I saw like the thumbnail and it said and I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, wait, he didn't fuck with it? So I gotta hear what was your reaction from track to track from the first. We'll start off with the first track. We're gonna go for track. So we're gonna start the first one called "What's Next." I reacted to. If you guys haven't seen our reactions and stuff like that, or Skiz' reaction to it, you go watch it on his page. I posted a reaction to the music video. You can watch it on my page. But what was your reaction to the first song? What's Next? What are your thoughts on the first track?
Meh.
Really?
Dude, okay. Yeah, so let me address this real quick.
Okay.
Because I saw people on fucking Twitter just spewing just positivity about this thing, and I'm just like not really getting it. And I'm just like, because like I've heard past Drake shit. I'm not the biggest Drake fan, And what I come to Drake for is a lot different than what the next guy may come for Drake. I'm coming for just something catchy. That's it. Because Drake's not the type of guy that comes out with some super deep, thought out subject matter. He don't come out with some crazy fucking things to say. Or his flows aren't like super elaborate. So like I'm just looking for something catchy, and I just didn't get that from it. You know what I mean?
Now I said in my reaction, it sounded like a beat that Little Uzi Vert could have been on. When I first heard it, I'm like, Uzi could have been featured on this kind of beat. Now I personally like the track. I think it's catchy and stuff like that. You may not have gotten it that way. I personally like the track. There were some bars that was decent. The cringe shit. The one thing that was, I kind of laughed it off or whatever. But the cringe bar that he had in the song was where he said that he fucked on Valentine's Day. I'm like, okay.
That's right.
I just laughed it off. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. But I was like, okay. What? I mean, we do that, yeah. Okay, but
yeah, I was like, why'd you have to tell us?
Why'd you have to tell us that shit? Like, why'd you have to tell us that shit? Like, we know.
I'm like, dude, you have a kid. No shit, you be fucking. Man.
Exactly. We hit the word from the kid. Pusha T had to get on your ass, had to expose that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, there was some good bars in there, but then that bar that threw me off. I was like, okay, what is he trying to? What is you trying to prove here? Like, we know you be fucking. You be talking about the girls you be fucking in your songs.
Yeah, dude, and like, I don't really have much to say about that track, dude. It didn't really stick with me as much as I wanted it to. You know, I was just listening to some Drake shit a couple weeks ago. I was listening to that fucking Pop Star song, dude. I'm like, oh shit, this fucking got me going. But I'm just like, maybe it's just my expectations where I'm like, I'm trying to find this, and wasn't like letting him give me what he was presenting. Is what made me a little bit jaded. So, like, that could be 100% on me. So, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? The next track. This is the track with Lil Baby. It's called Wants and Needs. This is probably the track that's on fire the most. I'm going to let you go first on this. What were your thoughts on this track with Lil Baby featured on the track as well?
Yo, is this the song where the beat sounds like a fucking submarine? Like the little sonar?
Yes, it is.
All right, I like that part. I remember like freaking out about that. I'm like, yo, this shit sounds like a submarine. That's kind of funny. I don't really remember a lot of what Drake was saying. I remember the chorus being kind of ugly, like the weird auto tune. Like I thought that was kind of ugly. But I thought Lil Baby kind of saved that song.
I agree 100%. That Lil Baby, that was one of the better verses I've ever heard from Lil Baby. That's one of the better ones I've heard from him. Because one thing I like that Lil Baby did is he brought energy to the track. Like Lil Drake's flow,
that's Drake's biggest fucking problem.
It didn't have a whole lot of energy to it. Lil Baby, he brought so much more energy and brought the song up even more. Where I'm not saying that Lil Baby. I'm not saying he maybe bar for bar out-rapped Drake, but like he had a better verse than Drake on this track. He did better than Drake on the track. He did better than him. It's clear as day he did better than him. And so that's where because we're gonna get into the next track as well. I don't want to give my point away on that because it's a bigger point I want to make once we get through all the songs. But like,
oh, me too, bro. Me too.
But like,
I got some beef with Drake.
But like. Just know that this feels like a weird trend that's going on with Drake whenever he has people featured on his tracks. And usually it's the other way around. Whenever he features on someone else's track, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, but we gonna get into it and stuff like that. But Wants and Needs, I think, is the better song. It's better than What's Next. I think it's a better song than the previous song. But yeah, I think Lil Baby for sure, he had the better verse overall than Drake on his own track, which is kind of interesting because it's supposed to be your track, Drake. How do you let the other brother out rap you? How do you let that happen?
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, like, you don't even need to come in like super bar heavy or nothing.
Exactly.
You're a pop guy. You know, people in the mainstream media don't give a fuck about bars. You know, I care, but it's more of an appreciation, not
exactly. I'm
Little Baby.
Little
Baby didn't come with fucking just some straight heat. You know, like he came in with something nice, catchy, and dynamic. Like his flows weren't the same, and that's the problem. Like I don't want to give my thoughts away in the last track, but like Drake's flow just be sounding the same, and it's just hard to digest because it's just fucking. It's like the reason people change up flows and shit is to keep your ear refreshing to your ear. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. I don't feel like Drake gets that factor in my view.
Yeah, like I said, we don't get into more of the last track and stuff like that because the last track was Lemon Pepper Freestyle. Great promo for Rick Ross because everyone knows that.
I know, right?
Rick Ross is has part ownership of Wingstop. That's his thing for people that do not know that. And Rick Ross out rap Drake, straight up.
No, yeah, that's
straight up,
hard,
straight up. Like it wasn't even close. To me, it wasn't even close.
Rick
Rick
had
Ross
4.5 minutes and still got fucking out-rapped.
And that's the sad part that I had to say about Drake. How the fuck do you rap for the song is 6 minutes long, guys. It's 6 minutes long. Rick Ross gave about a minute verse? Maybe?
Yeah.
A minute verse. And what he said in that 1 minute was better than anything Drake did in the other 4.5 minutes that he was rapping for. And I'm like, this comes to my overall thing with Drake. Like, I like Drake. I like his music. But it seems like like you said before, his flow comes very monotone. It's a lot of the same kind of stuff. And like you said with the Little Baby thing, the energy, but it's like I feel like Drake whenever he's not when the rappers always say when they get together on a track, right? In a way you're trying to compete with the guy that you're featured on with.
100%.
And I feel like Drake isn't trying to compete with the person that he has featured on with him. He's not trying his best to if you know you're with a guy that can spit, that can rap like somewhat well, you should be doing everything in your power to out rap that person. That's one thing that Jay-Z always does. He does his best. Man. He does his best whenever he hops on a track with anybody to out rap them. He does everything in his power to do that, and I feel like Drake doesn't do that, and that's a little weird to me. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man, Jay-Z ain't a businessman. He's a businessman.
Exactly.
Dude, okay, so can I talk about the whole lemon pepper?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, first off, I get really fucking irritated whenever Drake be talking about his kid because he didn't out the kid himself, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing catch in the yard with my kid, and you know, I'm making him dinner, and like, no, you ain't. You hid him from the fucking world, and you let somebody else expose that. So like, It always makes me a little bitter and a little jaded when he tries to come out and pull the good dad shtick when Pusha T already exposed that fucking hard. So like, it's just it's off-putting and very odd, and it just makes me kind of cringe because like with the knowledge of him hiding his child, his other songs kind of feel funny now because like him saying, I only love my bed and my mama. You have a child, dude.
Yeah.
You should probably love your kid too. And I understand, but like, I remember a song where he's talking about this chick wanting child support from him, and I'm just like, that sounds really shitty now.
Wasn't that was it that the I'm Upset song Well, I say he said something about
Yeah,
I can
I'm
go
upset.
50.
50,000 on my neck is disrespect.
I can't go 50-50 with no, bro. That song was, bro. He released that right after he put out the diss track towards Pusha T, the Dump It freestyle. He dropped that like a day later.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, Drake, what are you doing? You gonna put out the W freestyle, which was cool. It was a cool little diss, and then you gonna come back with this? And I'm like, bro, and I'm pushing. Everyone was, because people are such Drake stans. Whenever that beef was happening, because I reacted to it, because I just started my reaction channel, and I reacted to that beef or whatever, right? When Pusha T and Drake went back and forth. The thing is, Pusha T wasn't so bar heavy on that track, believe it or not.
No,
he wasn't so bar heavy on that track. He just came with straight facts and just exposed the fuck out of him. And
like,
then
he did a fucking deep dive into his mind, dude.
Into his mind, and then Drake's response on the album was just weak to me, and I'm like, and he's just saying, I wasn't hiding the word, I was hiding the word from like, I understand you don't want people being in your business, right? I understand that. And it's not a great look when your baby mama is a porn star. It's not that great of a look when the girl that you slip up on is a porn star, and so people look at you like, damn, you allowed a porn star to get you? Of all the girls you'd have been with, you allowed the porn star to get you? But it's just, I feel like he hasn't really, I haven't heard a whole lot of owning up to how he handled that situation. And even with the last project with Scorpion, he didn't really do all of that. And then with this next project coming out, Certified Lover Boy, when I hear that title, that just tells me that he's about to be rapping about all of the other women he's been with. That's what it sounds like. He's just a certified lover boy. Like he every girl wants him and stuff like that. He has all these kind of different women. So I'm expecting probably a bunch of other female name drops to be on the album and stuff like that. And it's just like there's no settling for Drake at all, which is cool. I mean, if you don't want to be that guy, you don't want to be that guy, but my guy, you have a child.
Yeah, of course.
My guy, you have a child, and it seems like you, from that title, it's just me using context clues. It seems like you still are out here wild and not, I'm not trying to judge, like saying, I'm not trying to judge like how it's supposed to take care of your child and stuff like that, but it's just from the outside looking in, it just looks a little wild to me. What do you think?
I think Pusha T kind of hit the nail on the head with the whole, your dad was a dirtbag, so now you're a dirtbag dad. You know what I'm saying? So that shit probably hurt him. And the thing is with Drake, if he would fucking be like, yeah, I had a kid with a porn star, and that was gonna hurt my image really bad, and it's a shitty thing to say, but that's real life. I wasn't fucking deserting my kid. I was just keeping him away from y'all. If that was the case, and he came out and said that shit as honest as he could, I would probably forgive him and be, because it's somewhat harming to himself to say that, when with him saying, oh, I was hiding the world from my kid, or kid from whatever the fuck he said, it's just like, there's no like responsibility being taken there. It just seems like an out to me.
Yeah, and so I mean,
anyway,
hey,
I'm sick of Drake.
We gonna see what he says on.
Me upset.
He
ain't gonna say shit.
He ain't gonna say nothing, man.
He can talk about how he fucking Selena Gomez or something. Like,
Selena Gomez. We going.
I don't know. That's just the first name I thought of. But like,
Bro.
He's just gonna say how he's fucking bitches and getting money, and that's it. And he's gonna probably throw some bars in there like, "Ooh, I love my kid, yeah. But back to these strippers I be fucking though." You know what I mean? That's how I foresee it. And I don't see Drake being that mature of an artist.
So I mean, and he's what 32, 33 years old, I think. You would think
Yeah,
that
you're rapping like you're 14.
you would think he would start to get into his Jay-Z M bag when he gets into that bag sometimes. Stuff like that. You think he would start to get into that real introspective bag. Like he does it sometimes, but not as much as he should at this stage in his career. Like we want to hear that talk. Like I want to hear Drake have that kind of give that introspective stuff about the industry and stuff like that. So when he said he had certain bars about where the one bar where he had in What's Next, in the song What's Next, where he said that what's the bar he said? They want you to sell they when you coming up like when you come up, he's like you're saying like you sold your soul. Like if you come up and stuff like that, then they'll sell you're selling your soul and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff. If he raps like that consistently, like we talked about how in the industry where you come up and then your music kind of changes. I view it as the artist is trying to evolve and stuff like that. What they're trying to do is when they say that they're making different kind of music, they're trying different things. They're trying to do new things. They're at a different level, and sometimes people want them to go back to that old music that put them on and stuff like that. And sometimes they're just trying to elevate themselves to bring them more notoriety. But at the same time, when you get to a level of where Drake is at, there's a difference though. There's a difference because he's at that level where he can talk about things that really, really matter to people and like just life in general type stuff. So.
Yeah, dude, you hit the fucking nail on the head on that one. The thing with Drake is he'll throw little nuggets out there, right? He'll throw out this like tiny little nuggets where you're like, oh, that's cool. Wish I could hear more about that. And then he'll go on to his little spiel that he always talks about.
Yeah.
And with the difference between him and Jay-Z will make entire records. Granted, view how you want about Jay-Z telling you to buy fucking paintings and sell them and shit, it's, whatever.
Yeah.
But where the story of OJ, for example, like that's an entire song about that topic, not just 4 or 5 bars and then he's just rapping about typical shit.
Yeah.
And that's just all I gotta say about Drake, dude.
Yeah.
Drake depresses me.
He be having a lot of people depressed with some of his music, bro. Be having them sad boy hours, man. Having them simping hours, man.
Yo, man, Drake a simp. Drake a simp.
Oh, man. Let's go on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to talk about the guy that you probably have seen me and Skiz react to the most over like the past month or so now. And that is this brother, Easy Mill. I said his name right, all right? I didn't say Ismail because I have a running joke with my with my comment section. I say his name wrong all the time. It's Easy Mill. I know, all right? Leave me alone, all right? But
how the fuck you say easy wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I just keep doing it, and I knew I was doing it, and I was starting to do it. I'm just gonna troll about it. It's just like it'd be a little thing that I have with them. I just say Ismail all the time, just to be a little troll. But I know how to say his name, obviously. But
the people in those comment sections don't like jokes as much. I learned that.
Oh, really? They fuck with my jokes.
They don't like my jokes, dude.
Damn. What? Stop.
They be saying, take that dick hat off. You're an embarrassment. Da 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 da. I'm like, yo, you fucking right, but you ain't gotta tell me that.
Man, look, man. I've never understood why you have the dick hat on all the time, though. Because you be trying to get me demonetized whenever we do these videos. You get me demonetized, bro.
I'll put it backwards.
Oh, you put it backwards. Oh Lord, what does this look like backwards? Now it looks like you just have.
I gotta keep the hat on, dude. Cause
now it just looks like you
gotta keep the hat on because I got that receding hairline, bro. I ain't trying to show that shit.
She got a 5 head or something like that. What's going on, man? You need to hit up Tory Lanez for
got...
that product, man.
Bro, that shit ain't working. You see them prison pics?
Yeah, bro. I don't. Why did Tory go outside looking like that, bro? Why did he do that? Why the hell did he do that? I don't understand.
It looked like it looked like the bottom of a Lucky Charms bag. Like, just like when it's not enough there, it's just slowly going away.
Bro, I'm like, what is going on, Tory? We ain't here to talk about Tory Lanez anyway. But
that made the last podcast kind of like take a, it's kind of shit in the bed there because we were talking about how much we like Tory Lanez, and now it's just like,
yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of a. I'm one of the people that I'm just waiting until the case is done. I'm not picking no one side because it's just too much BS with the whole story and stuff like that. And so I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm waiting until the trial is done. Once the trial is done, once the verdict is made, that's when I will make my decision on either artist. Because whoever, just be for sure on this. Whoever if Tory Lanez didn't shoot her, Megan Thee Stallion's career is in trouble. If Tory Lanez did end up shooting her, Tory Lanez's career is in trouble. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple to me with that situation. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So all right. So enough about Tory Lanez. Let's get into Easy Mill, man. Easy Mill, he's come up on the scene here lately. First thing that blew up for him that got my eyes on him was obviously the Panalo or Panola. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it.
Hey man, don't you be mispronouncing that shit.
I know they get triggered about that shit. I don't know. But yeah, that was the first time I ever heard of Easy Mill, and I was shocked because I had never heard anyone that I've reacted to rappers obviously that can rap in different languages, stuff like that, right? But the aspect that I did not expect was the singing aspect along with it. Well, and it's not just that he can sing. Going through his discography, he can sing like it's. I don't know if I've heard a talent quite like him before. Like, honestly.
Nah, dude. Most people are at that level right now.
Exactly. And the fact that he's just now blowing up. And from what I've heard and stuff like that, he's actually known a lot of the YouTube rappers because obviously he rapped about Screw and Quedeca. So
I fucking marked out for that shit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and here's the crazy part is that for the IDK song, I had reacted to it, right? And I had heard the line. I'm like, what the fuck? He just shut it out. I'm like, this dude's blowing up like crazy, and he did a rap a couple months ago talking about Screw and Quedeca in their song Illy Mode. That's probably the biggest, other than the Dax song. I think that's the biggest, the Dax diss track that Screw has. That's the biggest song Screw has, and
yeah,
for him to rap about him on a bar like that, I'm like, bro, that's and this thing it's an international thing. This ain't like this man is a brother from America. This man's from the Philippines, and for music to be touching people like that is crazy. Because the thing is, I told Screw after I reacted to the video before I even put it out, I texted Screw and I'm like, fam, you need to react to this video because he's mentioning you in the song. He had no idea. He had no idea. I literally told him, he's like, bro, why did no one tell me that he rapped about? Because I don't think the Filipino fan base that Easy Mill had, I don't think they really understood who Screw or knew what Screw was, or it just never, whenever that song came out, it just never got to Screw. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how big time this brother has become. Like, what are your thoughts about Easy Mill, man?
The dude is he's kind of like the total package at the moment, right? Like he's got his biggest talent in my opinion. It's not his rapping. I think his bars are cool, and I think his singing's good. But I think his song structure is what
Yes.
sets him apart from the rest. Like when I listen to that song "Fraud" or "Freeze" or "Running," dude, every time there was a part in the song where I just fucking freak out. Like, you know, I'm not a big fan of like the freestyle type fucking raps anymore. I think that shit's kind of played out to an extent. I like hearing choruses, and I've been saying this in my video every time I react to Screw. I need him to take some fucking singing lessons, bro. And this ain't a dig. This ain't a dig. I see potential in his voice. That's what I'm trying to get at. I ain't trying to fucking shame Screw for not singing fucking like Mariah Carey notes or nothing. But I think there's something to be said about putting together a good song, you know. And that Fraud song is probably my favorite. I put that shit on my playlist.
Yeah, man. His concepts, like I said, the concepts behind the song. Like I've just finished reacting to the Slashy show, and it's like a whole kind of like he does it like he presents it as if it's like an actual show and stuff like that. It begins the song with him like basically like spray painting the cover art. and I'm like, bro, this dude is his concepts behind his tracks. There's always something behind it. Best be for sure when Easy Mill makes a track, there's some sort of concept behind it. It's not just some regular old just rap shit or just some regular old singing shit. There's meaning behind the reason why he's making this certain track. There's meaning behind every single thing that he does. And that's what's so dope to me about him. And it's only a matter of time before he really becomes mainstream. It's only a matter of time in my opinion. What do you think?
Dude, he already got 50 million views. That shit pretty mainstream to me.
Yeah, that is pretty mainstream, but I mean like mainstream to the point to where he's even beyond the YouTube fame. Like he's to the point to where he's working within the industry type stuff. Like he's working with all the major big time artists in the industry, or he has the notoriety to the point to where he's being interviewed on TV shows in America, stuff like that. That's what I mean by he's gone mainstream, is when he gets to that level. That's what I mean by mainstream, is that kind of level.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. I think he'll get there eventually. But he's a young cat. He's like a year older than me, which makes me kind of feel like shit. But you know.
Damn, how old? I didn't even know how old is he. He's 22. Damn, I feel old. Shit.
Yeah, dude, he's a year older than me, fucking making big money moves, and I'm over here just talking shit.
God damn. Well, we gonna go off with Easy Mill with that. The dude's amazing, man. Like we both said, man. He's on the big things, man. It's just a matter of time. But the next topic what?
I'm so excited for this next topic.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to talk about this man, this artist. Skiz has a big thing with him on his channel.
Yeah.
I don't react to the dude because I already feel like he's corny as hell. But we're going to talk about Tom Macdonald, bro. This man, it's just, he thinks he's this big woke person when he's talking out of his ass. He's talking. Can
I take the lead on this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Skiz go on this because he reacts to him. He's made the Tom Macdonald Is Trash video. I'm gonna let him take it away on this. All right. Shit. The floor is yours.
Let me dissect this. Let me dissect this shit a little bit. First off, Tom Macdonald is not real. He's a gimmick. I wouldn't be surprised if his name isn't actually Tom. Let me tell you this dude's a big wrestling fan. And And the biggest thing in a wrestling type deal, because I used to be a fan as a kid, so I picked up on this shit pretty hard. There's a good guy and a bad guy. Tom Macdonald is a bad guy. And you know what he's doing? He's getting you to dislike him. But the thing is that's so weird to me is that there are people that actually like him. When he's playing this fucking bad guy, he's playing, I don't know. It's just weird in that regard. But he's playing it, and he's, and he's got people mad, dude. Like, we're kind of, because there's a worker and there's a mark. A mark is somebody who is getting played. And a worker is the person that's working you. You're getting played by him. So I think to an extent, but I don't think he's smart enough to really take that to the next level. I think the guy's kind of stupid. No lie. Like, nobody really dresses that way and is a very intelligent guy. But I don't think he's as dumb as like the whole other people that we got into some feuds with.
Yeah. But, we know about that shit.
I think that Tom Macdonald, he's not gonna go as far as he thinks he's gonna, because the thing with gimmicks is they get stale and they get old. And what I've noticed in the last couple of tracks is that he's kind of said the same spiel, just with a different spin on it. So when you do that, you kind of fall into what Drake's in right now. Drake's obviously intensely popular, but but he's falling into Tom Macdonald's in a very small niche right now that can only grow so large, and that's what my opinion is on that. I'm not sure if you agree, but like there's only so high he can reach, and he was on fucking Fox News. But the thing is, he's not going to be on the other news channels because Fox News is the only one that likes him.
I wonder why Fox.
I
wonder why Fox News is the only channel that likes him. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Only time I've ever really listened to him is whenever you've reacted to him, because I've reacted to him one time, and that was back when he made like a Black Lives Matter song or whatever, right? Back then or whatever, right? And the song itself was ass.
Which one? The All Lives Matter or the
not
Black song?
Not even If I Was a Black song. Not even that song. It was another song. I can't remember it, but and the song was ass. And the thing is like his perspective on things then, even on that song, weren't as bad as what he's saying right now. What he has been saying, and on his perspective on stuff, it's just so flagrantly like he doesn't get it. Like he really doesn't. He doesn't get it at all, and he thinks him putting what he's saying in these songs is what reality is. It's not. It's far from reality, and I, like I said, I'm a black guy, and the thing that frustrates me more than anything is that these reactors out here, I'm not naming names, but there's a lot of reactors out here that react to Tom Macdonald's shit.
If this was my podcast, I'd be fucking saying some names.
I understand what you're saying, but I just don't feel like saying names right now because, like I said, I don't want to, because people might see this and then the people get mad. I ain't trying to have drama shit and all that kind of shit, but like there's a lot of reactors out here, a lot of big ones too, that gas this boy shit up so much. And I'm like, how? In what world? How can you sit there, listen to what he's saying, and say that he's correct? How? I don't get y'all people, bruh. I don't get y'all people, bruh. I really, really don't. And it's some of the biggest issues I have with the reaction community is that people are afraid to be critical. I feel like people are dead ass afraid to say some shit is trash or some shit. That's why I really fuck with you. Is I think people are really afraid because I've said it a time before and people just go, oh, you don't like it, oh, dislike. I'm just keeping it real with you. I ain't like the shit. I ain't sitting here. I don't go and like blatantly say like within a reaction that the shit is ass. Now my podcast, you don't get the real. I'm gonna tell you the shit is ass. All right, I'm gonna be a little bit nice on reaction videos and stuff like that, just because I know that though mainly those fans are gonna be are coming to click on that for that reaction and stuff like that. And I know that the delusional fans are gonna be sitting there like, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that. I'm like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be fooling with you people. I don't have time, because you're just clearly delusional. And no matter what I say, I'm not gonna change your mind. But when it's on, we're talking about my podcast and it's my content. Oh, I'm gonna tell you straight up, shit was ass. The shit you're saying makes no fucking sense, bro. The shit makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. It just doesn't. And
Sky,
what's up?
Sky, I just think you don't like white people, man.
What?
I think you just hate white people.
What? Boy.
I think you just don't like him because he's white, dude. He's the ultimate white boy.
Oh my God. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Skiz cracked the code.
Yeah, I got you, boy.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious, bro. That is fucking hilarious, man. Oh my God, this man. That's funny. That's funny. Skiz cracked the code, y'all. I don't like. You guys heard it here first. Sky is the limit. He does not like white people, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't.
Bro,
like
I wouldn't
them.
say that shit like that, bro. It's gonna go trend on Twitter. Or something.
Hey, bro. Come on, man. Y'all know we joking, bro. Come on, man. Do I have to say the shit? Clearly, we're joking. For the people that be like, oh my God, he doesn't like white people. We caught him in 4K. You didn't catch shit, all right?
Yeah, I'm the one that hates white people.
Oh my God, bro.
These white people be fucking weird, man. I don't like
Weird
it.
as hell, bro. It's crazy. Oh man. All right. We gonna end off the podcast. We're gonna end off this podcast. I'm not sure how much. I don't think you're much of a NBA fan, but it is the All-Star Weekend, ladies and gentlemen. What? Hey, don't you shit on NBA. Don't you shit on the NBA, bro. We love the NBA over here, all right? We love
Bro,
the
I'll
NBA.
dunk on all them boys. I'm about 4'11". I can jump about 6 feet.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, boy, I'm about 4'11". I can dunk on these motherfuckers. Continue.
I'm gonna just let you be on that. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna spare you for now. But
Okay.
NBA All-Star Weekend is here, ladies and gentlemen, and there's been a lot of controversy around it on whether or not it should even happen or not, because of obviously COVID-19, coronavirus. It's still a thing. Even my dumbass state in Texas doesn't think it's a thing, because they want to be open 100% now, which is actually, they're open 100% Wednesday. So Wednesday, all hell's about to break loose down here in Texas, bro. I don't understand it, but it's just weird that it's not weird, but it's just been a lot of players. Even LeBron came out and said that he really doesn't think it's smart for us to be having an NBA All-Star Weekend because we're flying in different players from different places, and that NBA has had all kinds of cancellations throughout the league and postponements because of players testing positive for COVID and stuff like that. Even Kevin Durant, who's on my fantasy freaking team, I haven't even had him the whole year because of either COVID or injury, and it's like, and we're somehow gonna some way have an All-Star Weekend in one night. By the way, we're gonna have they're gonna have the skills, 3-point, the dunk contest, and the All-Star game all in one night, and I'm like, shit's kind of crazy. But just as a person, just from afar, like, what do you think about a sporting event bringing all kind of athletes from different cities coming together. Do you really think this All-Star game should even happen?
Well, like, there are ways to go about it, man. Like, the only sport that I really watch is combat fighting. And I remember when COVID started coming out, the UFC did the thing where they just had nobody there and they were fighting. And, you know, the show must go on type deal. And I do believe that they should be playing. But I don't believe they need a crowd. That is not necessary. I do not believe that Texas should be reopening everything.
Bro.
Even if you believe the whole herd immunity thing. And first off, I ain't getting the fucking vaccine right now, dog. I ain't gonna be no.
Me neither. Me neither.
I'll continue wearing a mask for a minute. You know, I'll let some other dummies do it. So that's just my take on it. I think the show must go on, but I think there should be smarter ways and better precautions because you're playing with people's lives right here.
Exactly, and so. Hey, it's gonna be an interesting night. I'm obviously gonna be watching. It's this Sunday. Well, the day that this podcast is going out, it's Sunday night. This probably be going out in the afternoon. So, yeah, man. I hope they're able to at least put on a show because you've even heard players say that they're gonna be at the All-Star game, but they're really not gonna be there. So it's like, what kind of show are we really gonna get a good game? Like, are we really going to get a game that's exciting to watch? Or is this going to be kind of like how the All-Star game was like in 2016, 2017, where they didn't play any defense at all and the scores is like 185 to like 190 type shit. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't, because that makes that ruins the game. Just me as a fan watching the game, it's like y'all just don't give a damn about defense. I mean, we know scoring is really, really upped in the game of basketball. Like, the scoring is a lot easier to do now just because of all the new rule changes and stuff like that. But I don't want to see a 190 to 185 game. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit. I really, really don't. I don't. But I think that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode of the hashtag Why Is This News podcast. I appreciate you, my boy Skids, for doing this show with me. How you feeling about the first episode that you doing? I've always interviewed you before, but like this is like you're my co-host now. How are you feeling about doing this, man? How you feeling?
Good.
I was waiting for you to stop. I'm feeling good, bro. Feeling good, feeling great, and I'm ready to hop on that fucking mixtape, dog. I'm ready to fucking spit some lyrical miracles for everybody. I'm ready to be the next Easy Mill coming up. I'm about to get 50 million views for you, buddy.
Oh, this guy, man. That's why I fuck with this guy, man. Oh my god! Only Skids, only Skids, bro. I appreciate you guys.
Also, to everybody say no. Let me say one more thing.
Oh, okay.
So to everybody saying I'm a virgin that lives at home, dog. Listen, I'm moving out soon, so now I'm only gonna be.
Oh
one
yeah.
of those things. Back off.
That's facts. Hey, that boy Skids he's out looking for his apartment as we speak, man. That boy moving out. Give that boy his props, man. Dude. He's on the bigger things, man. He's on the bigger things, man. So. Y'all stop that shit, all right?
Yeah, man. Now I'm only a virgin.
Tough.
Never even held hands.
Oh,
Never
man.
even held hands.
Oh, man. That's tough. Oh, man.
All right, brother. I got to get going. I got to go look at my apartment, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one.
All right, man. Hey, we are out for this episode of the hashtag Why Is This News podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Me and Skids are out. Peace.
Hop in the rave and I skirt. Diamonds, they came out the earth. She wanna fuck for a purse. Niggas can't walk on my turf. You can get put on some merch if you scared go to church. My niggas with it, they bout it. And all of my niggas, they came from the bottom. No one can stop us from winning. My nigga, they tried. There's no way around it.